streaming to? Where's all my restream bullshit? Huh? Mighty kick. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work, but I think I am live. If I go on YouTube, check all my non-followers following me right now. No, not on my Google account. Yeah, we're live. Amazing. And there's no microphone noise. So let's turn off the speakers. Let's turn up these guys. To be fair, let's just use a Mac microphone. Is that coming through? Yeah, it is. And it's pretty good. Okay, sound. Alright, let's run it, guys. We got our SM57 here. Oh, sorry, I should probably introduce myself. What's up, guys? It's Vertigo here. It's Vert. We're gonna go with Vert because Vertigo's too long, I've realised, and it's just easier to say Vert. So my hair's looking pretty Nirvana-y today. Yeah, I just thought I'd fucking start making a video, and I'm not editing it. I don't know. I don't care about editing it. We're gonna record some shit and make some drums, basically, and be bare autistic sound. Okay, well, let's get. To be fair, we can use this audio track. I'm just on a fucking drum designing little preset thing, which I literally have nothing in there. I have a kick 3 in there, and that's it. Lol. But yeah, let's get to it. So we need to set this guy up. How the fuck am I supposed to just close the window? Bang! Sweet. So if I do that, that's on 2. I want it on 1, but mono. Perfect. It just duplicates the signal. We should just start rolling it. Okay, we're going. Oh, I've realised now that I'm streaming and I'm trying to record audio and I can't fucking talk while I'm doing it, obviously. Alright, let's crack on. Gonna turn the gain down a little bit. was clipping bears though. It's fucking clipping bears, which is not good. But it doesn't matter because you can't really clip things in Ableton. Oh. 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 Just the end part's really fucking nice. We're gonna turn the gain down a little bit more. I don't know why I'm with it. Sort of stupid, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to do something now where I'm going to just move this a little further away because my laptop's fucking making bare noise. And that's because I'm streaming on my laptop and I've got Ableton running at the same time. I do have a PC, but I just haven't like set up, I don't know, I think I need to get a capture card. We'll see, I'm going to keep doing this and we'll see if the capture card is necessary, but I want to keep doing this. Okay, we're going to do something different now. Whoa! Should we do a 2-5-1 progression? That's all the jazz you need, baby. Pretty fucking good, eh? Anyway, let's carry on. Carry on, son. So we're down here now. Wait, I could probably just go. Hey guys, join me on the floor. I think this one's my favourite. Can you guys see? No, you can't. If I do that, there you go. Now you can't see my face. There's a middle ground here where you can just about see the item, and you can also see my face. Cup, cup. Okay, we'll move back instead of moving the camera. How about that? I have to do some really important marketing right now. Ooh, that was good. Drumsticks, drumsticks. Too many. Wait, I'm gonna change my microphone, I think. Just because you guys are getting all the fucking noise. Oh my god, that's so much better. Serious autism session underplay right now. Percussive items. Microphone. It only means one thing. We're designing some drums. Serious autism underplay right now. Percussive items. Microphone. It only means one thing. We're designing some drums. Serious autism underplay right now. Percussive items. Microphone. It only means one. No, I can't fall into them on while I'm streaming. That's a bad idea, isn't it? That's the whole point of streaming. It keeps you accountable. And what do we do? What do we do here? Accountability every time, every time, every time, every time. That's really interesting. Wood on metal. Skin on skin. Wood on metal. That's my new DJ name. Wood on metal. Whoa. Okay. We've gotten quite a lot of noises here. I think we can stop recording in Ableton. We've been going for quite a while. Lots of good stuff in here. there is a little bit of a noise floor, but realistically, snares are made of fucking noise. So if there's a little bit of noise in my snares, it's gonna get it's gonna get crushed anyway. It's gonna get saturated to fuck and compressed to fuck. Be honest. You just want a tone, and then you can fucking EQ the rest. I mean, that's not music knowledge, you know. So like, that's just my that's just my outlook on life, you know. It's more about the idea. It's more about doing wacky, cool, creative stuff. But yeah, let's see what we can do with these. Let's take this bad boy for example. First of all, let's choose which ones we like, because that's always a good one. Oh man, last time I did this, I didn't have a microphone, and it used to be fucking hell. So let's just make a couple new audio tracks. Like, this is burger clips, you know. A lot of these guys are gonna be burger clips. Like this guy, he's gonna be okay. So, I mean, I should have had the gain a little bit more down. But yeah, we got plenty of good guys here. We got drums for days. And there's a little bit of clippage. It's okay, really. Look, I'm just here to show you how it actually is. That's what that noise makes me feel like. We've got a lot of metal ones. How long was I hitting the metal one for? Fucking hell. Oh, we're in the wooden section, baby. I actually quite like the sort of room verb on it. There is like a little like room verb on that. You can. Well, there's also the noise as well, isn't it? If I just do that, you can hear the noise floor just. Oh. Ooh. I got a bit excited, didn't I? That's good. That's exactly how you should be making music. It's all about getting excited. What a transient there, hey? Look at that sample. Bloody hell, mate. It's a good noise, though. It's a good noise. Yeah, let's grab you, baby. I'm interested to grab like sort of like a lower one as well. These ones are way too much. Fucking hell. Yeah, that'll ease. I mean, at that point, like, how siny is that wave? Jaggedy sine wave, basically. That's a good one. That's gonna be a good one. I can't believe I've got to redo some of these noises. I had so many back in the day. And then I broke my laptop. I lost all my samples. I lost all everything. Lost all my project files. And I have to make new ones. But that's good. It's good. Let go of the things that you think you need. Like my phone that just dropped down there. How long have we been running for? 20 minutes now. Oh, I've just realised. Oh, sorry guys. been fucking waffling, and you guys haven't even heard it. Poor setup from me. Let's get this mic right in here. Breathe in the mic. Look, I'm fucking quiet the whole time. I mean, yeah. No, I don't. Get fucking get this bullshit out of me, out of my face, bro. Microphone levels look like they're okay. They're not going into red yet. Okay, sound. Drums. That's what we're doing. We're doing drums. Okay, so let's see what we can do with some of these. Now I've pulled a couple. That's gonna be a good, like sine peak sort of like trap layer snare. First of all, let's have a look. Whenever you hear stuff like that, like my brain just wants to know, like, what the hell is that note? And it's pretty close to a C sharp. Da da da. Pretty close. I am playing on the piano, but you probably can't hear that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, so what's in this? There's barely any ruffle. We could do a reduce ambience. This is a preset of multi-band dynamics that I've come to enjoy. That I use for vocals, but it just cuts out. It basically acts like a little bit like a gate. So if you hear that before, hear all that. I mean, and sometimes you don't want to do that because the room reverb's nice. Like that's like that starts to make it clinical. I might put like a soothe onto it just because, like, obviously it is supposed to be a resonating peak. That instantly makes it a bit more manageable. So if I listen to it there. There is a little like after effect thing. If I put the soothe before. You just hear that little. No, I don't think I like the reduced ambience in this because it just adds this like weird artifact after. I'd rather take the room reverb than the. Oh, sorry, the artifact. Yes. Listen closely, what's that sound? And the sound of the underground. Bam, 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 bam. See, like, what are these noises? That's what you really need. I'd probably just take out the mix of that. Yeah, I like that. So now what I'm going to do, let me guys get you onto a plugin. I mean, you don't really need this. I was using this back in the day when I was on FL, and you couldn't just re-record stuff. I mean, the beauty of Ableton that I've come to love is that you can just make this and say, I'll call this Rezo Peak Snare Layer, right? And then I just in external in, and we just do it onto that layer, and then we just record in. I don't know why I have a countdown. Oh fuck. You actually have to arm the track. Would be good, wouldn't it? Bosh. Then we have this. Beautiful. Our first sound of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I was being really autistic here, wasn't I? So now what I want to do, so first of all, what I'm going to do is just going to give it a little bit of its tail, but I'm just going to consolidate these as their own, right? Just give it some more tail than like I know what to do with, if that makes sense. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Just had a really interesting one. Yeah. Lovely, lovely. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so now we got some of these. Also, I did forget with this one. That was what, C sharp minus 37 cents. So I'm gonna have to shift that back. But like this won't be. This is just the first of many. This is just more of a recording session, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm interested in doing something with one of these wooden guys now. That's what my heart is telling me. So, right, okay. First thing we always do whenever we got a raw sound like this is just see what is going on here. So we do have a peak. No way is that hitting at C6 at 0 cents at all. It's perfectly in C. Yeah, it's playing a C E G, which is crazy. Does that sound like a C major chord to you guys? Probably not, because it doesn't sound like one to me, because I don't have fucking perfect pitch like that. But what are these lows doing? Let's listen. Absolutely nothing. Just muddying what will be the mix. So the next thing I want to start trying to do is putting shifters on things, because I think that's where I've had the most luck with like snare or percussive design, is just shifting the fuck out of frequency. So that's already interesting. So if we so now we're playing the bump, if you like, is at, okay, interesting. And then if we go up, Turns more into reso. And that sounds formanty as fuck. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. The next thing I'd want to do, I sort of want to beef this noise up. If I'm being honest. I literally have to look. That's a bit fatter, isn't it? See, it's weird when you pitch shift stuff compared to frequency shifting stuff with transient stuff like this. It's always different. It's always different. Why that is, I don't quite know. It's something about how when you're shifting frequencies, everything's getting shifted proportionally down the spectrum, up the spectrum. But when you're shifting stuff in pitch, I don't believe it is proportional. Because if I look at that, and then we shift it down, no, okay, so it's the other way around. So pitching preserves its like shape. She's a beauty, isn't she? One thing that's always cool with this, I've been using this a lot. I remember when Serum 2 first came out, I used to use Serum 2 purely for its convolve, because it's got a cool convolve. And I've also found out if you put notes on latch, it's see, you just get, I mean, it makes sense because obviously these are different noises. But if you turn the decay down, voice crack. What the fuck? Obviously that introduced a fuck ton of low end. Compared to quite nice. See. Okay, now this has got me a new idea. This is one of my favourite new plugins that I copped in the black market shit. Black Friday sales. Jesus. I was thinking of Black Ops 3 right there. I just always think of black market decals on Rocket League or Black Ops 3. Is that Serum still on? Yeah, so let's just take that off. So we're back to this noise. Now this, if we just click randomize parameters, there you go. You got a top layer for your bass. That's cool. That sounds a lot like sort of what they did djembes. And then you're in the money. You're just in the money like that. What does it do technically? I don't really know. I'll be honest. There's a bunch of modulation. There's some sort of like glitch. So the FFT size. So it's like it's a spectral fuckery. That's what it is. It's like spectral compression and expansion in different areas, and then there's these different effects. So you can expand, compress stuff, resonant freeze. So like it calculates. I don't know. There's some real interesting stuff. You can like clip, noisify, MP3ify, smear. So we put smear on. This will be sounding the exact same. It sounds. Oh, we already got smear on. Lol. I can't remember what it was on before. Lol. Glitch fire. So when you're making variations like this, I've always learned that. So this is something I got a while back called rolling sampler, and I keep this on my master at all times, and it just records everything that's going in all the time. So as soon as I press play on this, I've got that. And what it does, which is a really neat trick, is that, say if I go onto making new audio track and I like just that variation of that snare, but I want to keep experimenting, I can just drag this one down and it's just create me a new WAV file. And these guys get stored in a place if you go and find it. I'm not going to open up all my shit because it's going to take us out of the experience right here. But yeah, what if I click freeze? Like, this is a really interesting plugin to me, and it's one of the few ones that, like, since dialing back on all my like plugin usage, it's one of the few ones that I want to keep. That is purely sort of like an experiment. I always think everyone should have a couple plugins that you should always like you don't quite know what it does. It does really cool stuff, and then you just go deep into it. And you only need a couple of them. You don't need loads of them. I think everyone, including myself, for ages. Is that light not doing me any? It's not doing justice there, is it? Really? Ooh. Yeah, it's like fucking the God rays are beaming down on us. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. But that's interesting. So if you freeze that completely just like... So that's a glitch bubbler. Nice. That's cool. That's cool as well. I like that. Just gotta be careful to catch. So that's clearly like... I mean, it's pushing like you're like all the transients are sort of gone from it. Which is interesting. I don't know how I've gotten that noise now, but I have. And we're going to take that one. And obviously, like, you're doing big changes to these noises. So like these noises sound nothing really like this. That's the whole purpose, is that you get input, because you can input anything into this, right? So I've sort of come to the conclusion that that's a very paralyzing thought, that you can put any audio you ever think of and it will get a completely different audio. So you have to, like, I call these things like chaos factors or chaos plugins that sort of send it in a completely different direction. You record it, you take what you want from it, you change it loads, and you make loads of variations of it. But then you still got the original one, because like obviously we're still gonna do like a sort of normal rim thing with this. Well, not that one, but if I turn the mix down, we can still, like, that's like a noise which I'll want to use more probably than these noises all the time. It's a more versatile noise. But yeah, no, I really sort of like this way of like sound designing, and I found it just to be a much more fun way of like exploring stuff, seeing what stuff does. Yeah. Okay, let's keep making some more. What we're going to do is we're literally going to randomize parameters again. That's done fuck all. Let's just like push this shit up here. Again. Amazing. Again. Compared to... Sorry, I have to... Ooh, I actually really like what that does. It's very subtle, but I like what it's doing. It's just like sort of dampening it a little bit, but making, for me, the highs a little bit more enjoyable. There's like more colour to it. And you can see it hasn't like really ruined the transient too much, but it's definitely got rid of that little peak there. But you can definitely, like, we can work with that one later as well. So yeah, like none of those words meant anything. This is what I mean. If we 100% mix that, like, that's not even fucking close to any like percussion. Like, that wasn't the goal to make any noise like that. And that is a lot of sound design, I believe. It's a lot of happy accidents. I'm in 140. That's interesting to know. Okay. I was about to say, I think we've got everything we can out of this noise, but that's going to be good. That's going to be good. There's literally nothing that's coming up on there. That's fine. Boost the fuck out of this. See what you're hiding. I just got a power up. In a video game. But it's almost like a ghost power up. It reminds me of Ghost Freak from Ben 10. Oh, that sounds like if I hit a fucking help button in a video game. Dialogue. Animal Crossing. Okay. So you like a cool smoking guy now, huh? Sorry, my brain's in a very weird place today. Yeah, what other noises did we pull from this track? Fucking hell. The thing is, right, is that like most people would look at that and be like, "Oh, you're absolutely clipping it," and well, it's interesting because that is not like hard clipping it in that sense, because that is not even. From here, it looks like you're hard clipping it. You're clipping it in some way, but when you zoom in, like, you get a couple ones that poke out. I wonder why that is. I don't know why that is, but as I get better, I'm going to research more and more. We'll figure it out. But yeah, let's do some stuff with this noise now. Like that's a... So right now, obviously, this is one thing I've also realised in terms of in terms of samples for making them easier to use when you actually use them in context, obviously you're never gonna know the context when you're making the samples by itself, right? So there are a couple get-arounds that I've sort of started to like think of. One, you can make these samples and you can just start trying to use them in songs, and real quickly you'll understand the context and you'll understand what's wrong with the noises. Not necessarily wrong, but things that you want to change with it, right? You know, it might be, what I like about these samples. So like that's got a really nice transient to it. Like I can see myself using the transient of that. But generally, we want, unless they are like very tonal things, which like, you know, it's the same as your form and basses. Like, you accept that the frequency spectrum is gonna be unbalanced, and like that's what sort of makes the noise, right? But we can definitely tone down like the resonance is going crazy. That hurts my ears, and like that region as well is like a very susceptible region to human ears. So like you just tone that down slightly, that immediately becomes a lot nicer compared to boost that a little bit. Yeah, lovely. So let's do another low cut. And then let's just start messing around with some stuff. Let's shift it. Again, it's doing this double thing because I'm in pitch, not in frequency. Oh, that's lovely. What did I have an idea for? I suddenly really wanted to put a disperser on it, because I thought that would sound funny. So you get that one. That sounds interesting, but like it sort of fucks with that push of it. That to me sort of helps the transient a little bit, where it's not on that fundamental. Nice noise. I like it. Again, right now, I'm not trying to stress about dialing in all these noises. I'm more concerned about getting interesting tonalities to them. I heard Fred again put this really well, and it's like, you need both sides as a producer all the time. You need the creator and you need the editor. And you need to be able to switch from those modes. Sometimes that might be in the same session, which is a lot harder to do. And sometimes it might be like, okay, I'm going to be the creator for this week or this day. And then next week or the day after, I have a look at all these things I've made and be like, okay, what was I onto here? What parts do I like? What parts do I not like? And start tweaking stuff. And then you can get into the sort of like, you know, let's get nitty gritty with the details and getting everything perfect. And well, perfect's a very dangerous word. That's a word I try not to use anymore because it can lead you down a dark path, the Sith path. Also, I'm going to turn this light on because I don't think that's really helping the light situation at all. Yeah, we don't have the fucking God rays anymore. We do have this light that's just like helping sort of bounce back. But yeah, working on the lighting situation, you know. That's alright. Okay, so far, here's some of the noises we've made. Let's do a little overview. Hey. Some pretty wacky noises, but that's how I like it, you know? I'm not trying to make something everyone else has made, because that's what sounds nice and that's what you do in tracks. It doesn't really help thinking like that, in my opinion. I shouldn't have clicked reverse. Why did I click reverse before consolidating it? Because that's done nothing, hasn't it? Oh, well done, Ableton. Good boy. And there you go. You know what I mean? Like, there's some fucking sweeps. Let's, we could really, if you want to sweep that, we could just add a reverb onto it. See what that sounds like if we had the reverb on and then just... I'm sort of just going in blind and letting it take me wherever it takes me. Let's get Pro R2 in there. Great. Right. Yeah. Bang. New one. Bang. Reverse. See, that's weird. Oh, that's because I've already put the reverb on it. Lol. You could just do it there. You could sweep that more. You could boost the fuck out of it. See, I don't necessarily like the tone. It's like giving like a crackly sort of thing. What part don't I like? I don't think that's helping at all. Yeah, okay, so just cut the fuck out of it. Maybe give this like a little shelf. Listen closely, what's that sound? From the sound of the underground. Right, okay. I'm sort of tired of having to talk and stream at the same time now. I think I've done enough. So, yes. I will catch you guys on the next one. If anyone's watching. If no one's watching, then it's just me talking. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, man. Maybe we might make... There's a couple of tunes that I'm sort of working on. I'm getting through, trying to... starting to get into the mixing process of now that I've like thrown enough paint onto the door that I bet that fucking blew when I said paint, the fucking place over that. But yeah, I might do some streaming on that. I want to slowly upgrade the streaming setup as well. That would be great. And just do this more seriously and do this all the time, because I waffle to myself all the time when I'm producing, and I think that's the best stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one.